Hi, everybody. Welcome to Life with Anita. So, I have some exciting news. You can call me Author Anita. I have my own book that is coming out in November. It is in the final stages of the last few pages that have to be added, and my book will go on sale. It is now currently in pre-sale. You can now order my book on Amazon. And when my physical copy is ready, you can go to Barnes and Nobles. You can go to your local bookstores and get my book. And I'm just excited because this writing journey has been very therapeutic for me. I have always wanted to write a book, but I had no idea that I would be writing a book officially so soon. I have been working on some things these last few months, despite me going through um, domestic violence a few months ago. So it's been about 2 months since I went through domestic violence with my ex-husband, D number two. And I have just been trying to heal and process and get over the hurt and the pain that trauma caused me again at the hands of someone who I believed loved me. But a lot of times God will allow things to keep happening until you understand that it is what it is. So I have made peace that my abuser and my ex-husband is not a good person for me. That person is not great for me. That person does not love me, because no one can love you and abuse you and then lie about it and then walk around and tell everybody all these stories to make you look a certain way when that's not who you are, just so that they can remain hidden as the actual abuser. So I wanted to get that out the way prior to continuing to talk about my book being released. So as a author, as someone who was, I felt compelled to write this book because I understood the power behind my book. I understood the story in my book that needed to be told. I have been holding so much in for so long because I was repeatedly suffering domestic violence at the hands of, at first he was my husband, then I divorced him, and then he came back and he abused me again as my ex-husband. So this was a constant cycle of abuse that I went through with him. And to now be finally free from that forever, it's a very different feeling, because I had to realize I will not stay in something, and I will not keep going back to something that is affecting my mental health, it's affecting my physical health, all because I feel like I love somebody. Because just because you love somebody does not mean that they love you back. And what I had to understand is that my ex-husband, D number two, he never loved me. And I was just easier to manipulate. I was easier to abuse. And he took advantage of that. It was easy for him to go to people who knew him but didn't really know me for him to lie to. So, as I am on my journey of healing and I'm writing this book, my listeners, y'all know I'm very transparent. So me crying is all because I get really triggered a lot still when I talk about all the abuse I suffered at the hands of this person, and the effect that it has on me to this day as I'm still healing. So excuse me for crying, but this is a really transparent moment. I'm going through healing because I suffered so much hurt and pain and trauma at the hands of one person in just a few years. And as I'm growing and healing and trying to get over it, it's a lot at times. So I have my days where I'm okay. Some days I break down and cry because I have to remember the horrific things that somebody who I was with, that I once loved, was capable of doing to me. and then to see a person lie about it, and you know it happened to you, and they don't understand the effects that it causes on you, that can be really traumatic to a person. So a lot of times when I talk about D number 2, it's very traumatic for me because I never had somebody just hurt me so much repeatedly and have no remorse behind it, and then try to turn it around as though I was the problem. So that's just a moment of transparent, honest moment. To my listeners again, my apologies for getting emotional and crying, but this is me in the raw. This is me in the honest form. This is who I am. And I don't know how to be nobody else but myself. But I want you guys to read my story in my book. I want you to go out and purchase it. It will be available in November. I will be back to give you the link to go pre-order. I will be releasing that on Friday, so you guys can go get my book. I'm also going to be going on a book tour, and then I'll release those dates and those locations. I hope to see you guys there. I'll be giving out merchandise to go with my book at my book signings. So I'm excited to be an author. As I'm going through my journey of healing, it's been a process, because healing from abuse is not easy. It's not overnight. And I don't think it's hard for me. I can do 20,000 episodes about what I experienced and what I went through. If you were not there going through it, you never will understand the effects that it has. The things that I still go through because of just how bad my ex-husband abused me. And to love somebody as much as I loved my ex-husband over the years, and to see just how vicious and vile he was towards me, it truly did something to me that it'll take time to heal from, but I'll be okay. So before I end this podcast episode, I just want to say some days are good, some days are bad. Keep going. I know everybody goes through stuff, but as a survivor, as somebody who is pushing forward, who is trying to get over all this, for those of you listening, no matter what you're going through, you can get through it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a process, but you can get through it. So keep going, keep being great, keep being amazing, keep being inspired, live life. If you are in a situation that is not healthy, get out, do what's good for your mental health, do what's good for your physical health. You only get one life. So make sure you protect your heart, make sure you protect your mental health, make sure you protect everything, your peace, your happiness, your joy. It matters. Time lost, you don't get that time back. So it's very important that you protect things as much as you can. And I learned that because for the last 5 years, I lost a lot of time that I can't get back. And I went through a lot of traumatic things that I should not have been subjected to. But I am resilient, and I will keep going, and I will keep healing, and I will keep being great, and I will keep being amazing. So to anybody who feels down today, that doesn't feel like, hey, I can make it through this, you can make it through this. It's going to be okay. You're going to have your days, but keep going. Keep believing. Keep understanding that there is a greater and a better life after everything that you have been through. You guys have a great day. Thank you for tuning in to Life with Anita. And I want you guys to purchase my book. The link will be posted on social media on Friday. It will be available for pre-order on Amazon, and then I will have it in some other places for pre-order. So I'm excited for you guys to read my book. Make sure you stay tuned for my book tour dates as well. You guys have a great day, and thank you for tuning in.